Your salary is not your problem, but what you do with it. That's the exact problem. Now, don't ask me what I know, because I've been in that situation whereby you spend your salary even before it comes in. So once it's dropping, you start settling off debt that you owe. So today, I'm going to be breaking down 4 things that salary earners can start investing into to build real wealth. And these are not complicated things. These are basic things that even if you are earning 150,000 a month, you can start. So the first one is money market. Now, when people hear money market, they start to panic because they think it's only for the rich and for the wealthy men, which in the actual sense is not. The money market is simply you giving your money to a trusted institution like the government or the bank, and they pay you back with interest. Now think of it like you giving your friend money and he pays you something extra. That's what the money market does exactly. But this time around, it is official, it is regulated, and your money is safe. Now, inside the money market, we have things like the treasury bills and fixed deposits. And a classical example of this is Dangote, one of the richest men we have in Africa. Now, imagine that he takes out 10 billion naira and puts it inside Access Bank as a fixed deposit at maybe 20% interest per year. Now, in 1 year, that's over 2 billion in a single year. Now, he didn't sell anything, he didn't organize anything, his money simply worked for him. Now, you're not done with it, but the good news here is that on apps like Cowrywise and Wisevest, you can start investing into money market funds with as low as 5,000 naira. And some funds are currently running over 20% annually, which means your money is growing faster than it is sitting in your bank account doing nothing. And we all know that a regular savings account in Nigeria gives you 0 interest, and some of them may even charge you maintenance fee. So your money is not just lying around, it's actually reducing. So instead of leaving your money in the bank doing nothing, move part of it into money making funds and let it work for you. So the second one is investing into other people's businesses, which may sound risky, but hear me out. You don't have to start a business to benefit from a business. You can simply put money into someone else's business and collect a share of the profits. This is what we call equity investment or shareholding, where you buy into a company, that company grows, and your share grows with it. Practical example, let's say your friend runs a fashion brand and he needs 500,000 naira to buy materials and take big orders, and you come in and tell him, I'll give you 200,000 naira, and in return you will give me 20% of the profit. And if that business makes 2 million naira in 6 months, your 20% now becomes 400,000. Now you just turn 200,000 naira into 400 without doing any work. And if we were to move this on a bigger scale, you can buy shares of companies on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, companies like Dangote Cement, MTN, or the Zenith Bank. Now the good thing about this is you don't run the company, you don't own the company, you don't even go to the office. But as long as you are a shareholder with the company, once they make profit, you too are making profit on the other side. So the key thing here for salary earners is that you can start small. But once you stay consistent and disciplined, you can actually make the millions they too are making. Now the third one is intellectual property. Now this one is long term, and that's the honest truth. But it is also the most powerful once it starts paying off. Intellectual property means something that you created with your brains that can make you money even while you are sleeping. Let me give you a classic example. As a real estate professional, I can decide to write a book on how to buy your first home in Nigeria successfully. I wrote that book once, right? But each time someone buys that book, I get paid. 1 year later, 5 years later, and I'm still getting paid over and over again. Or as an accountant, you record a video course teaching people the difference between an asset and a liability. And each time someone buys that course, money enters your account. Now you are the office, but your income is coming in from somewhere else. And we have other intellectual properties like music, YouTube courses, designs, and templates. So for a salary earner, the message is simple here. What do you know that others are struggling to understand? Teach it, package it, and sell it. Now it takes time to build, but once it starts running, it can run on its own and keep on paying you for the rest of your life. And the fourth one is real estate, and this is kind of my specialty. Now this one, everybody knows about it, but not everybody knows how a salary earner can get in. Real estate is simply land and properties. And the beauty of this is it almost never loses value. In fact, in Nigeria, lands keep on appreciating. What was 10 million 10 years ago in Lekki is now 200 million naira today. And that's the beauty of real estate. But the question now is, how can salary earners start investing? So working with my company and with as low as 500,000 naira, you can buy a plot here, and within 2 months, we'll give you the grace to complete it. So when you own a plot in your name, within 5 to 10 years, the value will grow significantly. So as a salary earner, these are the vehicles you can start using to grow your money into millions. So send me a message right now. Let me get you started into real estate, or give you tips on how you can get started with all of these investment portfolios I just mentioned. So if you find this video helpful, kindly like and subscribe to get other subsequent helpful videos aside from these real estate tips. So my name is Sam City. See you on the next one.